It's funny how in this day and age, we know it is wrong to discriminate on the basis of race, age, and sex. There's one form of discrimination that everybody seems okay with. Yes, I'm talking about the dreaded F word. Exactly, flags. I honestly don't know why people hate political flags. I mean, so what if they obstruct your view? They are colorful and make great temporary umbrellas when it rains. Okay, that was a bad one, but you know what I mean. Fat. Apparently, commenting on someone's weight is fair game because unlike the color of your skin and your sex, you can, to an extent, control your weight. And your inability to do so means that it's okay for people to pass hurtful remarks. Whether it's a comment on your weight in the presence of others or saying that it's great that you have a boyfriend despite being your size, everyone, it seems, has the absolute right to comment on the size of your ass. However, in this day and age, I thought we had moved past fat jokes, especially since, according to Forbes, the average dress size for a woman is 16 to 18, or in Asian sizing, L to XL. By the way, I will explain later why those numbers are complete. But the fact is, in Asia, you are apparently a second-class citizen if you weigh more than a chapati. And this deep-seated discrimination came to light recently in the wake of the Peha Melimpa scandal. For those of you who have chosen a life of reclusion, apparent fashion critic Zaihani Muhammad Zain posted on social media about how fat people shouldn't go to fashion shows. Because she did, and someone's thighs had touched her. Their thighs. The way she made it sound was as if someone had off in front of her. Of course, Malaysians began losing their and called her out, which was the right thing to do. To be fair, she did apologize and said it was more a criticism of how some people sit, and mentioning their weight was just embellishment, I suppose. Look, her apology aside, it revealed that while most of the world has progressed somewhat on body acceptance, Malaysia is still stuck somewhere in the 50s. Which is ironic when you consider that P. Ramlee's wife Saloma was a curvy girl herself. That aside, social media has made it even easier for people to pass judgment on your looks. Time even named Instagram as the worst social media for mental health. So, what can be done about it? In the West, it's good to see that significant steps have been taken against the over-photoshopping models to the point where they are no longer human. Getty Images, one of the world's largest stock image companies, has already banned photos that have been altered to make models slimmer and larger. And online UK retailer ASOS gained widespread approval for not photoshopping imperfections from their models. And this guy, Christian Siriano, was named one of Time's most influential people for his all-inclusive fashion lines. It also makes business sense. The plus-size clothing market is worth 21 billion US dollars, and laws in the fashion industry haven't seemed to have caught on that not everybody looks like a runway model. Besides the business aspect though, you have to think about how it affects everyone, especially younger boys and girls, mentally. It is heartbreaking to hear about kids as young as 11 who think they are ugly because they don't fit the idealized images splashed across their screens. A study in the Journal of Adolescent Health found that seeing oneself, especially young girls, as overweight or obese may trigger suicidal thoughts. So think about that. Girls will even get depressed when they don't fit into the same size dress they used to or feel the need to size up. Remember how I said I would come back to the dress sizes? I will let you in on a secret. Those dress sizes don't conform to any kind of set global standard. They are made up by the fashion brands themselves. And that explains why you can fit a size 10 in one brand and a size 14 in another. And that is why Marilyn Monroe, one of the sexiest women in the world, was considered a size 16. And before you all jump and say that fat is not healthy, blah, 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 while sipping on a Coke and chomping on super rings, studies have shown that being skinny doesn't mean you are healthy. Kate Moss is the size of a dragonfly, but that was more due to cocaine and cigarettes rather than kale. So what Malaysia and its advertisers clearly need is to keep up with the times and not have ads like this. which seem to imply that the solution to domestic abuse is to lose a couple of pounds.
Syah minum sling lewat ni ya.
Untuk apa ni Kak?
Tak apa, Syah try je dulu ya.
Sebenarnya abang rindu dan sayang lagi kat Syah.
Sebab apa? Sebab Syah sekarang dah kurus, dah cantik.
I also have to be clear that I am against body shaming in all its forms, because you can also get being skinny. Although to be frank, in Asia, the weight is usually on the other side of the scale. There have been influencers and bloggers that have spoken up for being plus size, but it's not enough. More needs to be done by people like advertising bodies imposing rules that photos cannot be overtouched, or adding models from every spectrum. Because the truth is, if that what we see on billboards and in clothing shops reflect the actual world we live in, then fat jokes will no longer be the norm. And people would be less fixated on thigh gaps and instead worry about income gaps. Let's all start protecting ourselves, mind and body. If you're already working out to lose that unwanted weight, keep doing it. And if you're not, that is perfectly fine. Live your life by your own rules. And if the haters still come at you with their mean comments, keep your double chin up and tell them, "Baby, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry." We may have 99 problems, but body shaming shouldn't be one of them. Just saying.